Hello, welcome to Boardgame Basecoats, and today we're unboxing Rome. Now this is of course the Japanese version. It popped up on my Amazon and I got it for about 30 bucks, so great. Now I actually think I own all the Red Raven games up to this point. This one though popped out about the time I left the US and came to Japan, so that's why I did not know about it at all. So I am glad to have it, so let's see what we've got inside the box. First of all, the rules. Now this is essentially a languageless game, and if you've been watching my channel for any length of time at all, you might be noticing a trend. That's usually the biggest determinant for me buying the quote-unquote Japanese version of a game, the fact that it's languageless. So I find that these are easier to teach. Now there is some language in the game, but it's largely flavor text, and so I miss out a little bit on that unless I want to read, but that's just fine because it's all about the players. First of all, punch boards, cool. Now one of the cool things about the game is these can be put into the game or left out, so I do appreciate that when games do that. These are the artifact tiles, because I do play with a range of ages. So it's kind of cool. I can play that base game, or I can put in this component, these artifacts, and step it up a little bit for slightly older students or even adults, and I really appreciate that. By the way, I do usually like to show both sides of the tile, but man, I was just excited. Let's just punch out these tiles, yeah. Hey, wait a minute, where are my two? Huh. Are they? Yes, they are. Okay, good. Yeah, I really wanted to get to punching these out. And now the art, really good. Let me just fit these back in here so I can enjoy punching them out. So the art for all the Red Raven games is just great. The play for the games is great. I have his heavier games, of course. His lighter game games are good too. So this was a lighter game. So I do appreciate that the company seems to be doing this double trajectory of midweight and then lighter weight games. Last punch board here are the coins, and yes, awesome job. We've got two different denominations, and they are different sizes and different colors. Now the purpose of the coins is primarily to buy the artifacts, but I believe they'll also serve as victory points as well, so that's kind of a choice too. Do you want to spend your essentially victory points you're getting to get a tool that may earn you more? So that's a nice little extra choice too, so very cool there. Now I knew nothing about the game, so as I'm going through this I'm like, what's going on here? So here's a pack of cards. Why are those separate from the other cards? I'm like, I don't know. Okay, we'll find out in just a minute. Set those aside. I'm looking at, okay, we got these. I get those. And then I'm like, the gems. Okay, got to pick these up. So we are, of course, after the fact, and I did find out that the game was kickstarted. And so the game includes the gem map expansion. So these are the gems. And I was fascinated by these. So as I always do, I'll pop open the bags and look at them, and I end up not opening the other bags of gems because I think I've seen those colors before, but this just drew my eye. I was like, it's kind of a blood color, or a nice brown color, and you know, it was just cool. So I went ahead and opened those, and normally, you know, when I open the baggies, I'll dump out the contents and throw out the bags, but I'm learning here. So I'm discovering that once I have my storage solution, that is when I will get rid of the little bags. So I didn't open the rest of these. I think we get the point. So very cool. Nice. And as I say, at this point, I have no idea how those work, but I'm like, I don't remember those in the rules at all that I read, because I did read the English rules. And interestingly enough, the expansion rules are not in the English rules, by the way. Anyway, we had the wooden tokens here, and these are the Explorer tokens, so everyone will get one of these. So these are nice. I love the the soft colors of them. The pieces themselves are soft, and here's where I'm thinking, these kind of match the gemstones. All right, are they connected? As it turns out, yes, of course they are connected. Each player, of course, will receive the wooden tokens. They'll receive the crystals, and then a couple other things. So If you've been on my channel for any length of time at all, you know that I like to make like starter bags for everybody. So, oh yeah, there will definitely be some starter bag action happening here. Here's the other part of that Gemstone expansion. These are double-sided Gemstone Maps. Essentially, when you lay out the pattern of wood tiles on the cards, you're going to lay out the same pattern of gems on these cards. Ooh, insert. Oh, look at that. It's clean, clear, white. Goodbye. Moving on. We got the cards. All right, so looking at the bigger pack. No pull tab. That's fine. We'll cut this open. Now, here's the meat of the game. And this is the part of the game that I actually was expecting, you know, outside the gems and the other little pack of cards there. But the game basically revolves around these cards. All right, so there are not so many types of cards in here. Right now, what I'm just doing is glancing at these. So these are the player aids, and one of them will be the first player card, but you can see those flags at the bottom of those cards. Those are the starter cards, okay? We're going to flip these over, though, and run through them. Yeah, so these are, you can see that it said player 1 now. This is the only card that really has language on it that might hinder an English speaker. Basically, it says if you surround a tile, you pick up that card, boom, 3 points for you. See the flags at the bottom there? These are the starter cards, and then we get to it. So, from this point, okay, so these are the characters you can win. So these are the land character cards. When you place your wooden tokens on the land side of these cards in the patterns, whoever has majority rule of that card wins the card, and then you flip it over and you have a little person to add to your ooh, look at that guy. Ooh, another one. Okay, so a little person to add to your deck, and then you have a new pattern of that you can now follow for the wooden tiles. So let's just talk about the art again real quick. I think there's some recurring characters popping up here, very cool, or at least people looking very similar, but there are new ones like this. So I think this is another reason I'm excited to get Red Raven games, because I feel like with every game, oh, look at Roundhead guy here, all right. I feel like with every, Hood guy, with every expansion, with every new game that I get, it expands the world, and there's just more of it to see, and it's really an interesting world, so very cool. And finally, the last pack here, these are the animal cards, and these were apparently promos. So how cool, Red Raven, that you've included an expansion and the promos. Good job, awesome. So these work just like the other cards. So here are new patterns if you should win these animals. And of course on the other side were the maps. So let's go ahead and check out the maps for all of the other cards. So again, these will make like a tableau, a 2x3 grid essentially. And if you look at this, it looks like a big map was made, and then these were kind of snipped out. So I don't know about you, but I am tempted to try to build the whole picture to get a look at the map. Now, I think this works better for some of the map tiles than the others. In some cases, yeah, it looks good. Like that one looks good, and that one looks fine. But some of the mountain ones, those huge mountain ones we saw, yeah, didn't work as well, I think. But that's okay. It doesn't detract too much from the look of the game, because, yeah, see, like right there, yeah, or right there, it looks okay, I guess. But that one, yeah. So, ooh, islands look good though. But I think you know what I'm saying. So as you can see on the cards, there's some info. So the points are down there on the left. It's in the diamond. Ooh, there's our starter cards. And then there are some coins on those map cards too. So if you place your wooden tiles on the coins, then you get coins, which you can then use to buy the artifacts. Now we're looking here at those starter cards, and those are all the same, I believe, for everybody. And there are the reminder cards. All right, and there's our animals again. Cool. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. All right, cool. Nice. And there we go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this one, but seeing those cut-up map cards reminded me of this oldie but goodie. Well, oldie but oldie, but anyway. Do you remember that? It was like back, TSR took like all the TSR maps, or even like some of the classic art from AD&D and even D&D, and just chopped them up and put them on cards, collector cards. Man, that did not look good. Unlike this looks great, so I'm looking forward to playing with it. So thank you very much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Bye.